What does it mean to be educated? It means to go to school, get good grades, and secure a job, right? Wrong. In this age of globalization, book smarts is simply not enough. The book smarts we learn in school must be combined with soft skills that allow us to communicate with others, and social and emotional learning, and those skills which we use to be able to understand ourselves. At Bronxville, we have something called the Bronxville Promise, which sets up 4 pillars for us to understand how to get a quality education. Now, you might be thinking, what does Dmitri Shostakovich, a 20th century Russian composer, and an LK school water fountain have to do with innovation? Well, it's actually quite simple. In 10th grade for National History Day, each of us had to complete a research project around a theme of conflict and compromise. For me, I decided to take a look back through my knowledge of history and understand the different conflicts that happened on the world stage. Of course, you have your regular conflicts that almost everyone thinks of: World War I, World War II, the Crusades, the Protestant Reformation. But to me, none of those topics really stuck with me. So I decided to try and think outside of the box and look at what I relied on more and try and pick out something in my life that was important to me and try and find some conflict there. So I looked to my interest in music and my love for Shostakovich's music. And as I read more about Shostakovich, I discovered how much conflict he was in with the Soviet regime in the 20th century, and decided to devote the first half of my school year to studying that conflict and understanding the life he led and how he was able to get his message across by compromising with Soviet leaders. At the end of my junior year in AP Statistics, we were tasked with one project, one question that we had to solve. And the question was that how are we able to look at a problem that we have in our daily lives and use statistics to analyze it and be able to answer that question? So my partner and I took a look at some of the things that we rely on so heavily as humans, being water. And to anyone who's been around school knows that since middle school, there have always been arguments over which water fountain has the best tasting water. And still to this day, it has not been settled. So we decided to go and take samples of water and have a sample of students test them and rank them and try and discern which water fountain was truly the best. But this project wasn't about determining which water fountain is best to drink from. It gave us the opportunity to take what we had learned and apply it outside of the classroom. And that was the most important part, being able to innovate and figure out something that is so important to all of us and be able to find a crack and try to solve that crack. Like I mentioned earlier, we live in a globalized world, and it's very unlikely that we see that reverse anytime soon. As we are living in the 21st century, we're meeting more and more people from diverse backgrounds. We have the ability to speak with people from around the world and see where different people come from. Through the Bronxville Voices program, I've been able to look at people that look similar to everybody else in the community, but also be able to take a look at the inner selves of those people and understand where they came from. And in doing so, I learned more of what's behind what people project. And that's allowed me to become a more effective communicator, to work better with people, and to become a better leader. But outside of all of that, it's helped me become a better citizen, both in the Bronxville community and in the global community, as I learn more about the struggles of the people I work with and I live with, and be able to understand their perspectives as well. So we have innovation, critical thinking, leadership, and engaged citizenship. Now, you'd think that in the quote-unquote normal classroom environment, this would be enough. But given the current COVID-19 pandemic, it simply is not enough. Titileo Aluko, an 18-year-old senior from the Bronx, was quoted saying, "I actually need my teachers who know me and understand me to help me, and I don't have that," in discussing her struggles during this current pandemic. What Aluko's words show us is that it truly is more than just completing work when students go to school. It's more than waking up in the morning, sitting through your classes, and working hard to get good grades. It's more than going to school and seeing your friends and talking to them. It's a need for that social and emotional stability that you get from being in school and that you learn from the people that are your leaders in school as well as your peers. For my WISE residency, I got to work with Dr. Vastola and Dr. Lewis, as well as the rest of the psychology department at Bronxville in the CARE program, which teaches dialectical behavioral therapy, or DBT, skills to elementary schoolers to fulfill the 4 pillars of the CARE program and to introduce a stronger social and emotional learning curriculum to the elementary school. Each week, I would visit about 7 classes with Dr. Vastola in grades 1, 3, and 4. And what I was able to do during this time was really see a large number of students and how they interact with each other and how they interact with the material they're taught. And what I learned from this is that there truly are no students who are simply robots who just are able to get their work done. And there are no 2 students that learn and interact in the same way. And that is what showed me the importance of the CARE program. Because even though we are teaching everyone the same basic knowledge to have the same education when it comes to academics, there's a lot more for the actual souls of these students that need to be taken care of. So this brings me back to my original question of what does it mean to be educated? And what I can tell you is that it's not just this, and it's not just this, or this, or this, or this, but it's also this. Okay, so let's begin by finding a comfortable seat and closing your eyes. Put your hand on your heart and take a deep breath in and out. Bring to mind someone that you care about very much. This can be a family member or a friend. It can even be a pet. Imagine that person and begin to send caring feelings to that person. Notice how imagining this makes your heart feel. Take a deep breath in and out. Now we are going to send some wishes to the person you've brought to mind. Let's say the following together to the people we are imagining. May you be happy.
May you be happy.
May you be healthy.
May you be healthy.
May you be peaceful.
May you be peaceful.
May you be filled with joy.
May you be filled with joy.
Next, we are going to send some kind thoughts to the people in our family, siblings and parents and aunts and uncles and cousins. Let's say to them again together, may you be happy.
May you be happy.
May you be healthy.
May you be healthy.
May you be peaceful.
May you be peaceful.
May you be filled with joy.
May you be filled with joy.
Next, let's imagine sending loving kindness to children around the world, the ones that we know and the ones that we don't know. Imagine all of the children living around the world, the ones in your own neighborhood and the ones living far away in other countries. Let's say to them together, may you be happy.
May you be happy.
May you be healthy.
May you be healthy.
May you be peaceful.
May you be peaceful.
May you be filled with joy.
May you be filled with joy.
Now finally, we are going to send loving kindness to ourselves. Sometimes it can be challenging to send kind wishes to yourself, but if you learn how, you will always be able to give yourself a boost of love when you need it. Imagine yourself sitting in a quiet place where you feel comfortable and safe. Now say to yourself in your mind, may I be happy.
May I be happy.
May I be healthy.
May I be healthy.
May I be peaceful.
May I be peaceful.
May I be filled with joy.
May I be filled with joy.
Now sit quietly for a moment or two until you hear the sound of the singing bowl. Then you'll know that it's time to open your eyes.
1, 2, 3. Deep breath.
how to She's